Well, joining us tonight, the president's son, executive vice president of the Trump Organization, Eric Trump. And as always, Eric, delighted to have you with us on the broadcast. And you look like you're campaigning hard. I know your itinerary is just remarkable. This president has got such a wonderful family, and you all are such an asset to him day in and day out, of course. But I mean, on the campaign trail, it's great to see the Trump power on display. Where are you tonight, and where are you headed?
I'm in Ohio as we speak. I was just with my father last night in Las Vegas. He's in Arizona, as you know. And Lou, we did 55 stops as a family. We did 55 stops in 48 hours, and so there's no calling a lid on it at 8:15 in the morning, like the other guy. It's amazing. I mean, can you imagine? Americans don't have the luxury of calling a lid on it at 8:15 on a Monday morning and not emerging from their cave until Thursday afternoon. And it's crazy that somebody who does that can even run for commander in chief. I mean, you think Putin's doing that? I highly doubt it. And I'm proud of my father. I don't think there's ever been a harder working commander in chief, and he's doing awesome, Lou. He's doing a great job.
Eric, you're absolutely right. He has set a new standard for presidents. His work ethic is simply the greatest any of us have seen. It is just amazing to watch the man go through a day, and you sort of watch his aides and assistants. They may be dragging a little at the end of the day, and he's still powering through. Let me give us a sense of, we see these huge crowds. We see these little silly circles that a few people inhabit when Joe Biden is out there, or Barack Obama. I mean, they have maybe 90 circles for him. And then the thousands of people at every stop showing up for him, and for you, for the whole family. Tell us about that.
Well, Lou, I'll give you a little parallel. I was just in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Biden had Bon Jovi, right? I mean, Bon Jovi, the guy, is a great rock artist, etc. Right? They had 20 cars there. I did an event literally 2 miles away, 3 miles away. We had hundreds and hundreds of people, and I'm not on the ticket. This guy's on the ticket. This guy's running for commander-in-chief. I want nothing to do with politics other than get my father elected, because I think he's the best president this country has ever seen. But how could a person on the ticket literally have 20 cars for Bon Jovi, and how could a surrogate, a son, be 2 miles away, the exact same location, the exact same time, and have hundreds and hundreds of people show up? And Lou, it's when people show up, their babies are dressed with, babies for Trump and Make America Great hats, and they're chanting, we love you, we love you. This is no longer about politics. I mean, name the last politician where you have 30,000 people chanting, we love you. I mean, this is about family. This is about saving our country. This is about not allowing socialism to prevail. This is about saving our Constitution and, not having taxes go up by $4 trillion. I mean, think about some of their proposals that they have. They're attacking faith in this country. They're attacking law enforcement. They're attacking our Second Amendment. They're more focused on banning plastic straws than they were, taking care of our vets who are dying under Obama and Biden because they couldn't get into the VA. And then you look at my father. He wants the greatest economy in the world. He wants the greatest military in the world. He did opportunity zones. He did criminal justice reform. He's done 4 peace deals literally in the last 4 weeks, moving embassies all over. I mean, Space Force, putting people on Mars. I mean, literally our space I could go on and on for hours, Lou, and people are excited. And by the way, he fights back. He fights back against these countries that want to use and abuse us, like China and Mexico. And no one's ripping off the U.S. anymore. And it's why people love him. It's why he has the enthusiasm he has.
Yeah, and the list of accomplishment and achievement in less than 4 years of his first term in office makes him a historic president. Only Abraham Lincoln can stand with him as the greatest presidents in this country's history, in my opinion, based on their performance in the first term. I also love the idea that your father has 4 Nobel Peace Prize nominations, and all of I'll call them the Ivy League establishment, foreign policy wonks, can't figure out why they were so unsuccessful and he is so brilliantly successful. And I think there's something in it called intellect and knowledge and leadership. Your father has it, and I love the fact he has those nominations, and you never hear the left-wing media talking about it. I think you guys should get some trophies and put it up to represent those. I hope he wins.
Lou, I just hope they give them to him.
By the way,
I really just hope they give them to him. I mean, you know, you had Obama. He got his after, what, 3 weeks? I mean, the guy got us into more wars. He got us into more trouble. He gave Iran $150 billion. Let's not forget that Biden, as I like to call them, gave Iran $150 billion, you know, so they could, you know, build, you know, weapons and build missiles and shoot them at American bases over in that part of the world and cause terror all over the world. So that's what they did. My father creates peace all over the world. He gets us out of endless wars. He takes care of our veterans. He does so many other things. You know, and they'll probably ignore him. They'll probably overlook him because it's rigged. They're no different than the media that you were talking about at the entry of the show. They're, you know, it's rigged. He deserves it. He deserves those. He deserves all 4 of them, and he's made me incredibly proud as a son, to say the least.
Well, we're proud and we're grateful to all of you in the Trump family for supporting the greatest president who's done so much for this country. And just plain talk. No president has more deserved re-election than Donald Trump, based on his accomplishments and his achievements, his leadership. Eric Trump, it's always great to talk with you. Appreciate it, and good luck, and give them hell.